My name's Gerard Wood. All my friends call me Woody since many years. I'm a professional musician and electronic artist, full-time since actually 36 years. I've come from UK originally. I came to New Zealand in 1982 and I went to the Navy Band as a full-time musician in the 80s, taught music in schools through the 90s and worked with DJs and everything in Wellington as a saxophone player. And last 14 years I was working in India with events in 5-star hotels as a DJ, saxophone player and Indian flute player combined. And pandemic brought me back to New Zealand to see my family, and Tree was basically my response to the pandemic, and I originally created it to encourage people back to Cuba Street after the second lockdown finished. Because the shops were saying people are a bit shy to come back, so have something fun, people can relax and enjoy their city again. I wanted to do busking because there's not really any work for full-time musicians in Wellington. But I was too shy really to do busking around Cuba Street area, and I saw on YouTube a guy called Nick Sarr in Ireland who dresses in a tree costume and just scares the shit out of people, but they can't stop laughing afterwards. So I noticed a primordial reaction when people's subconscious mind tells them that tree's moving drama like this. So I thought to mix it with live music and make it a happy tree rather than a scary one, and it worked out really well. When I was 11 years old, I started studying classical music in the UK. And my grandmother used to fall asleep when I practiced, so that for me is the magic of music, is how it affects other people. So I started my career in 1985 with the Royal New Zealand Navy Band as a saxophone player and clarinet player. And we used to do marching in the street there. And so bringing music to the street dressed as something different, I've been doing since all the way back that time. And the late 90s, I became a DJ and started performing in Wellington, ambient drum and bass and cigar bars and all that sort of thing. 2005 I moved to India to study Indian classical flute, which is a very big bamboo flute, because the most beautiful sounding instrument I've ever heard. So there I mixed that with DJ music and got a career going in India for 14 years, which I was quite successful at. I've got music in Bollywood movies and played for the rich and famous and everything. I performed privately for Nepal's only billionaire, which was quite exciting as well. Yeah, I came to visit my family, then the pandemic happened and had no work, so that's how Tree became a thing. What brings me back out is people expressing to me how it makes them feel when they see me. Last night when I was walking home, I walked past a group of people who didn't know who I was, saying, I wonder if we're going to see the Tree Man today. And I was on the bus last night going home, and 2 girls were saying we saw the Bushman twice today. So I can see it's something positive which people like to have, that creates happiness for them, and as a musician that's your job, is to make other people happy, and if you do it in a very effective way then stick with that. It's not so safe. You draw a lot of attention to yourself. I've been sort of physically punched and pushed 3 or 4 times, threatened to be killed by various beggar people who don't think I should be getting the public's donations, they think it should be going to them. A lot of them are very sweet, but some of them a little bit aggressive. So that is there. Apart from that, my donation box was stolen 1 time, but I put it on Facebook because I just wanted to vent, and the public donated $1,200 back within a few days. So that was actually good luck, yeah. And the other challenge is just understanding people's personal space when I walk towards them, and judging how much of Tree those particular people will enjoy as you're walking along. Because maybe 1 in 10 people look the other way and pretend there's not a walking, talking tree walking past them. But my favorite thing is kids' response. They start jumping up and down and dancing when they see me from a distance. It's very sweet. Well, I think it's really important not to let your mind get too much in the way of your heart. Like, your mind is there for manifesting the dreams of your heart, and that's what I noticed in Asia. When I was in India and Nepal, people are very poor, but they don't get depressed or feel sad if they don't have a lot of money. They just have a lot of positive energy. If you have a positive energy, you'll create something nice. If you have a negative energy, you'll create something bad, even if you're a millionaire. So I think it's natural to everyone to be positive. It's more difficult in New Zealand because people talk each other down a lot. Many people feel lonely. There's a lot of substance abuse here too. So I see that when I meet people in the city as well. But we're all naturally positive. I feel so. Just here to make you smile. I'm not here for your money. That takes care of itself. Just here to have fun, so enjoy yourself.